Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great today. So welcome to Throwback Thursday, where I am going to share with you some older projects, and so you can have an idea of how I have grown as far as crafting. So this first share is an album. When I first started scrapbooking, this album was given to me by my aunt. It's pretty old. I've had it with me since my girls were like super young. So yeah, it is covered with fabric, and it's padded, and here is room to add a picture right here, and it's also, the frame is padded, and then you see lace. As you can see, the lace is rather old already. So let me go ahead and share with you quickly the pictures. And the album itself is 10.5 by 11 3/4 and with a 2.5-inch spine. So I am like so behind when it comes to pictures of my daughters, and you'll see where I left off. So this page, this is when I first started scrapbooking, and that was like back in 1995 is when I actually started scrapbooking. So I only had to go back 2 years. And I started because I wanted to document my kids, you know, as they were growing up and stuff, and whatever accomplishments that they have achieved. I wanted to document all of that for both of my daughters, both, you know, for my oldest, who has special needs. Very few of you know I have a special needs daughter, and my youngest too. We almost lost her. I had preeclampsia with my second daughter. So yeah, I had both of my pregnancies were very high risk. So I wanted to document their achievements, so that is why I started scrapbooking. And then this page right here is of summer of 1993, and I had documented when I was pregnant, when I found that I was pregnant with my daughter, with my first daughter. And then here's just me being, you know, bratty with my husband. And, you know, I used to like to just like, you know, joke around with him and stuff like that. And here's a picture of me also, and me. And then down here I have a picture of me and my hubby. We were at the zoo, and you know, this, I just drew out this heart, colored in, and then I did a smaller heart and cut it out. So this is like old school type of scrapbooking before all the beautiful paper started coming out, like Prima and, you know, Webster pages and all that stuff. This was very simple, and I would decorate the page with stickers, and I would use decorative scissors and do little outlines, you know, to frame out the pictures. So then here is when my daughter was born, my oldest. Here's my husband. He proud papi, you know, he was a proud daddy with his firstborn. And at that time we didn't have like dyes and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with hot off the press type of scrapbooking paper. It was like little booklets, and inside there were little project sheets giving you instructions on how you could put a page together, and inside will include some, you know, stickers, borders, and some printed pages. So so this was one of the kits that I used. And then for the title, I did add a title. It said "Welcome Baby," and when my daughter was born in '93. And so yeah, and what I did is I used stencils to create these little images. They're not stickers. The balloons are stickers, but the feet and the welcome baby is from a stencil. And at that time you just used a crayon, and I don't know if they even carry it anymore. It almost looks like the texture of gelato, but the crayon, you would just paint it around the edge of the stencil, and then with a bristle brush you would go ahead and color in the design. Just like nowadays we use a bristle brush with the inks and then a stencil, same concept. And so yeah, so this is when my daughter, my oldest one, was born. She had a feeding tube at that time. So she was in the hospital for about a month before we were able to bring her home. I didn't want to bring her home with a feeding tube, so I had to go to the hospital. My husband and I would take turns to go to the hospital and do therapy on her to show her how to suck on the bottle. And also the doctors wanted to be sure to have her seizures under control as well. She was in really, really bad shape. So and then here's another picture. Here's, you know, her proud daddy holding her. He had just finished giving her the bottle, so he was burping her. Here he was playing with her, and she's, ever since she was a newborn, she always laughed. She was actually a month old there. And here he's talking to her, and she's just paying so much attention to him. She's napping here, and then he had just gotten home from work and put her to nap. And then I'm here watching TV, and she's napping on my lap as well. And I use decorative scissors, you know, to decorate the backgrounds or the photo mats. And then I just, you know, put the pictures on top. So that was when she was a month old, and she had just gotten home from the hospital. And then this picture, you know, my husband's being funny with her. She was eating her food, and, you know, he was just being playful with her. And then here, I was changing her with different outfits, and then in this picture she was getting a really bad mood. And these pictures are actually from when we were giving her a bath, but I don't want to share that, so I'm censoring it. And this is a picture of when we got married. We actually got married in '95, so I need to correct that date there. But these are stickers that I found at this local ma and pa shop, craft store. It used to be called Metro. If you were in Chicago, maybe you know about it, but they only had 2 locations, and unfortunately they are now closed. They don't exist anymore. I'm so sad, because that used to be one of my favorite stores to go to before I found out about Michael's or Hobby Lobby and Joann's. So yeah, so here are pictures of my husband and I when we got married. I added some stickers that I had purchased from that craft store, and then, oops, sorry, and then here's another picture of both of us. I know it's sideways. You might have to turn your head sideways, but this is a really big album, and let me see if I can move this up a little bit more. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this, my tripod. Okay, so there. Alrighty. So now there you have a better view. So yeah, and of my daughters, and this time I got both of them. This is the youngest, and she wanted to get out of her crib. So she, you know, I made a little notation. I said, "Hello, I'm not smiling," you know, because she was crying. And then this is Angelica, my oldest, right there. And then they're both of my kids, my oldest and my youngest one. And then I had another picture here, but my daughter took it for a school project, and she never returned it, so I have no idea where it's at. And then here's my youngest. She's playing, and then I put a little thing that says smile. So these are like old papers from that kit. And then this is everything is my youngest. She's napping. I loved her little nap, the way she used to nap. She used the funny faces that she used to make when she would wake up. She always looked so grumpy. And so here I put a little note that says, "Who woke me from my beauty sleep?" And that's her right there. And then here I put down baby in a blanket, like pig in a blanket, the little sausages wrapped in bread. So I said baby in a blanket. So I just love that, these pictures of them when they were small. And you know, from time to time I like to pull this out of my closet and look at the pictures. And here's my youngest. She's, you know, trying to think of a way to escape from her crib. So here I put, how do I escape from here? And here's her. She's very, with a curious look, her grumpy self right there. And then here, she was hiding. We were at my mom's house, so my sisters put her with all their stuffed animals. So I was like, have you seen me? Like, where am I? So yeah. And then here are my girls again. These are the day that my husband and I got married. And it's my youngest daughter. So this is actually from when we got married, and then this is when she was already about 5 months, and she was a crybaby. She didn't like heights. Every time my husband would lift her up in the air, she looked scared there, and she would cry. But my oldest daughter would just laugh. She loved it. And then here we were playing peekaboo. And then here's an old picture of my grandmother that I need to make a copy. That's my grandmother and my grandfather. I look so much like my grandmother. So I need to make a copy of this and give the original back to my mom and keep a copy for myself. And these are old pictures of myself when I was little. And here, I think I traced this out from a coloring book, and I colored it and I just applied it there. Very simple. I mean, the time when I used to scrapbook, very, very simple. There's more pictures of me, my grandmother. Here's pictures of me. My mom was pregnant with my younger sister, the middle child. She was pregnant with her there. And then my grandmother, her husband, and he was my step grandfather. And then so yeah, these are pictures. Then here's me with my aunts and my two little sisters, and then this is me. These are my high school graduation pictures, and I was an honor roll. And I have in a vellum envelope I put my invitation to my high school graduation, so I kept an invitation. And then here is a card that I had given to my husband when we went on a few dates in already, and we were just friends at that time. And then here's a picture of both of us. We were friends, but we were interested in each other, and I used to give him cards and stuff. And yeah, so that's the card that he was holding, or actually I was holding because he kept dropping it. So yeah, I mean, I keep a lot of things that are, you know, as memories, you know, little notes and stuff like that. And then here's sunny days. I was pregnant here again, and then that's from my first daughter. So I made my own little son and I put a little smiley face. And so yeah, it was a day at the park, so I put sunny days at the park. That's what I put titled here. And more days at the park, and I put like a little border strip of stickers. And there's my husband and me. And then this page, I love this page. This was one of my favorite pages. And I actually traced this rose. And I traced this little rosebud and colored it and then cut it out. And then I added stickers. And I had another picture of my daughter here. This is my oldest daughter. So beautiful. And my youngest daughter, my favorite picture, and she took it out. And I don't know where she has it. And I think I have the films, so I'm gonna see if I can find it. So here's my daughter when she was in special ed school. That was from '98. And then these are some other students, and my daughter's in there too. And then this is her at school. She had gone to a petting zoo. So this is another, I bought paper to match the occasion. And I did like a little ticket, and I put, you know, the year of when the zoo. And then here's her. She was doing her therapy sessions at the school. And then I drew this out as well, and I used a stencil and cut it out. And here's more of her. Again, she was doing some more therapy. This is when she had her first hip surgery, and she was in a cast from her waist down for 8 weeks. She's had 3 hip surgeries so far, and that's normal for her condition because she doesn't walk. So, and then here her teacher took her again the following year to a petting zoo. And then this is something that the teacher and her did at the school. They did a picture book all about her, and I saved it. So what I did is I cut out the pictures, and I cut out, you know, what she was saying, and I just put it here. I saved it to the album. I love her eyes. She's got such beautiful eyes. And this one says, everything looks so funny upside down. I love having my picture taken. And she does. She loves having her picture taken. Well, now she has a little grumpy face. And then here she was annoyed because the sun, it was really warm that day, and the sun was hitting her face. So she's like, that sun is hot. And then this is when she graduated from the school. So I kept her the announcement, so I kept it here, and I just backed it on paper. And then this is her her, how do you call it, her diploma. And then this is the first time that my youngest and I, well actually this is the first time that I took my youngest to Great America. She was 6 years old, but although she was 6, she looked like she was 7 because she was taller. And we had taken her to a ride. I think it was called oh, I forgot the ride. It was a roller coaster ride. And she was the height, I mean the perfect height to get in, but it scared her. And I was telling her, close your eyes, you won't feel it, close your eyes. She closed her eyes, but she felt it. So then we took her to the kids section and she had fun there. And you know, there was Looney Tunes and stuff like that. So I bought the paper that had the Looney Tunes designs and stuff. And yeah, so that's her having fun at Great America. Here's another one. She really enjoyed it there. That was her first time going, and ever since then she goes every year. And then here's another, this is when she graduated from kindergarten. This is her kindergarten picture. And then this is my other daughter's picture from school. You can see there, yeah. Then her class picture, kindergarten class picture. I mean, I don't know all these students, and so I don't want to share the pictures. But then this is her kindergarten picture. I love it. And then here I took a picture of my parents' dog. This is Sugar. She's passed away since already, but she was a Pomeranian, and here she was like a little puppy at that time. And then here's when my parents were celebrating their anniversary, and I love these Love Is. I used to buy the newspaper just so I could collect the Love Is. And we had gone to Red Lobster for the anniversary, and then we went to their house, gave them their gifts, and that's it. So there's more pictures of my family, my parents, my sisters. I drew this picture of my sister, and I can't show and her ex, so I need to remove this. And then here's a picture of my families right here. And then we had gone to the aquarium. We took the girls to the aquarium for the first time, to Shed Aquarium. And then here's a accomplishment that my youngest had made, drug-free certificates. Another accomplishment, something with the American Heart Association, and also a reading accomplishment. So I saved all that stuff. And then my daughters, they were together. She was 6 years old, and she was 7.5. So I put sister to sister, my sister, big sister. So I put all those type of stickers, and then I saw this in a magazine, Sisterly Love, and I just loved it, so I put it together. Then here is my hubby again with the girls. So I put Daddy Girls, or here's Daddy Girls, and then Daddy Girls, Daddy Girls. I don't know what I was thinking, but you know, he's so proud of his girls, so I went ahead and just added little stickers that said that. I actually, what I did here is that I had these little individual letter punches, and I would just punch out, and then I colored it in, and then whatever I punched out is what I applied here. And I used my little sticker machine. So yeah. And then this is the first time that my daughter went to Mexico with her dad. So I found the scrapbook paper, and I don't remember where I found it, but these stickers, I think they were from Jolie's. So here says packed our bags. So our bags, and then this is the ranch that my hubby is from. And then flew to Mexico. So, and then here's my daughter with her little cousins, her uncle, crazy uncle, and then they look nothing like this now. And then picture stickers as well. And then she celebrated her 9th birthday here, my daughter. And her face looks like that, all sticky and stuff, because they actually put her face in the cake. And that's a tradition that they do over in Mexico, that when you're celebrating your birthday, they push your head inside the cake. And so that's her right there. And then that's her aunts and her other cousins. And then this is her last day of Mexico. They were all very sad. They were crying because she was coming back home. And then here's in 2003, 2004, and this is where I left off. And yeah, so here are pictures of my girls, 2003, 2004, and this is school year. This is another paper pack, I think, that I purchased, also from Hot Off the Press. Oh, no, I got more. And then this is 2004, 2005. This is more simple. This is when I was getting a little bit better, practicing more on scrapbooking. It doesn't look as simple. These are stickers. Here's when I did some distressing, some inking, without you really not knowing that that there were special inks to do that. And I tried doing that myself. And then here is an accomplishment that my youngest daughter did. Her school won a Book It program, and so they won free pizza. And I was very proud of her, so I went ahead and cut out the little clipping from the school newspaper, and I just added it here. And that's it. So yeah, I left off back in 2004. so yeah, so this is just a flashback of, you know, of how the albums used to be back in the day when I first started scrapbooking. And yeah, so next week I'll show you my first mini album that I've made. I still have it. Usually when I make a mini album, I give it away in a swap or stuff, but this time I actually have it. So I will go ahead and share with you the way I used to make it at that time, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. So alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like to see more of of Throwback Thursday type of videos. I would like to know. So alright everyone, thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.